Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream today. Welcome all. For those who are going to be joining live, for those who are not going to be joining and who are not going to make it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I last streamed. I know it's been it's been like a week or two before I was actually last active, but I had a bit of some client projects that I needed to also sort out, and I should have documented the fact that I was actually going to go ahead and stream those. I was actually meant to document them, but I felt like some of these projects are a bit too private for them to be on the tubes. So the last time I streamed, or rather the last time I did a video, the last time I did a video was 2 days ago. I did a short, but in terms of like the videos and the streams and everything, this was done on, and this was episode, why am I saying episode 3 and not saying episode 4? I did an episode 4. I'm sure I did an episode 4. Damn. Yo, I actually didn't do an episode 4. I guess then this is an episode 4. This is our episode 4. Looks like it. Looks like this is our episode 4. Welcome to episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was episode 4 because I actually did a full-on thumbnail for episode 4. Interesting. Let me actually check this out. We did an episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. We did an episode 4. That episode 4 is because, yeah, we did an episode 4 and we labeled it as episode 3. I don't understand why I did that. Okay, so I'm just getting ready, just getting started. Just give me a second. Right, so welcome to episode 5, ladies and gentlemen. And here I thought I did like that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Okay. So I think we're good to go. So ladies and gentlemen, we will begin right away. Right, so let's screencast this and we begin. So this is how far I have gotten so far, ladies and gentlemen. This is essentially how I'm working things out. We have the plans situation where we have monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. And these are all of different prices, as you can see. We have them listed down over here, and if we want to edit them, make them active or whatnot, we can do so right here. And so far I'm only on the part where we are creating the plans, right? So on the part where we're creating the plans, we've only done so much as to state, I think we've already been able to try this out. This is a test plan. Let's just do a test plan description. This is a test plan. And then over here, the code, I don't know why I have code over here, but I'll just put it something like this. Or I'll put a button over here at this end to generate it. But monthly, let's say we do 5K. Quarterly is 3 months, so maybe say 12,000 or something like that, 14,000. Let's actually do it at 13,500. And then semi-annually, that's times 6, which is about or 30,000. So we'll do 25,000. But you see, not this one times 2 is 27,000. So 25,000 makes sense. And then annually is this times 2, which is 50. So if we do it at 40, makes sense, right? And then we have features. We can put in contract management, employee management, payslip extraction, payroll management, leave management, employee portal. You can remove employee portal for now. Then you can put digital leave application, and then you can do attendance management. Status will be active, and then we'll save the plan. So now on clicking this save the plan, it should actually be putting it up. So I don't know, I think I've not created that function. But yeah, this is how far we've gotten with like plotting out plans. We've also done plotting out of subscriptions and managing them as well. We can do users. You can deal with users and see the companies that are affiliated with these particular users. We have companies. We can do companies, and we have our number of employees, and for each and every single one of those companies, and that's it. We can see the company profiles. Like this one, we can see it. Like this one, we can see it. And yeah, that's how far we've gone so far. And I think that's where I want to stop on this admin side, because I want to just be able to create plans, set them as active or inactive, regardless of the situation. And even if plans are not active in particular situations, if somebody had already subscribed to it prior to it being inactive, then it should be able to like still keep this person in. And yeah, then we move to the dashboard where we can see our charts. And these are live charts. Like these are actual charts that are working. If I come in here and switch the month to January, let's say, and we can see our revenue for January is this much, the number of subscriptions, the number of users, the number of active subscriptions, and that is exactly how I want to keep it. This is how I wish to operate. So yeah, we move on forward by doing a lot more with this. I think there's a lot of room that is left on this other side that we could utilize. Yeah, yeah, it's just a bit of stuff that I need to actually work around over here. Like let's say for example, let's just go back to our code, and I think we have it here. Actually, let's actually try to go to the user's dashboard. So I'm going to sign out. So upon signing out, it will take me to the admin login page. But if I want to log in as a user, I'll just click on force.test, and then it takes me to the user login page. This, I want to be able to log in as a user. So I'll just put in my user credentials that are here. I don't know why they're not there. Okay, we have a user over here. We don't have companies, all right? So in this situation, it should tell me like you have no companies, right? Yeah, I think that's just pretty much everything that we're going to be doing over here. So yeah, a few little kinks that I just need to work out so that I can be able to have this ready to use. For example, our create and our edit inside the admins, our authentication pages, the routes that we're going to be dealing with, the features and the enabling levels of these particular. And yeah, I think that is one thing that I wish to sort out inside this particular field. So in order for us to move on forward, let's actually walk over what else that we need to actually add here. For example, inside our dashboard over here, I'll need us to have cards, like if there are no cards of companies, right? If like let's say this person creates a new company. So the company names, and I think I'll also do this. I'll also because my NRD is working. So if I go ahead and just work on like maybe say sizing of the fonts and everything, like let's say if I came in here and just did font size 12, let's see what happens here. Okay, so font size at 12 looks pretty decent, pretty chill in fact, because now everything has reduced in size, so now we can actually work around a few things here. Let's say I create a company over here, create a company, the Tech Trust Foundation, registration 457, let's say, Caribbean, let's do this one, email, let's do, info@techtrust.co.ke, and then the website will be https, and then we have all these different things, so public and let's say private limited, let's even call it a sole proprietorship. The industry is in software, let's say education. All right, and then we have contact persons, phones, the contact person email, and then the company logo. And this time we'll use maybe say the company logo of the formerly known Tech Trust. And it should be easy to use, in fact, like just upload the logo, just upload everything, and then you're set. So now all you're just waiting for is verification. And so far I've not enabled that step for verification. So like once somebody creates a company, they can just be able to use the application. And Caribbean has already been taken, and okay, so let's just do R for now. The phone number has already been taken. Let's just do another one then. Company created successfully, and then we are led back to the page. All right, and then we have a look at all these different things, right? We have our company here, so if we go to our dashboard, we have our company here. And it doesn't have any employees just yet. So if I come in here and view company, I have to subscribe. So in order for me to subscribe, I'll have to select, and in this particular situation, I don't want to have to select, come here and choose a company. I want to be able to see that my company is the one that is been selected, and that's the one I'm trying to subscribe to. So in order for that to happen, I'll have to go back to my Livewire, not company, but user. Then I'll go to subscriptions, index. And I think this is where it's actually denoted. So you can see here selected company. What I'd want to do instead of this is inside my index over here where we have selected company, I'll come in here and just say this selected company is equal to company company find, and then we'll come in here and call for the session. So it's actually going to come in from the session, and we'll call the company ID. Like that. And in the process, I think inside here, we'll come in here, and instead of having this whole select company situation, I'll just come in here and do a card, right? And then this card will go ahead and we'll do maybe say card block quote maybe. Let's save it for now. We'll see what happens. I hope it doesn't throw any errors. Alright, so we have our block code over here. So the block code works. And what I want to do, and I don't know why my computer is now starting to show that I'm using maximum resources when it comes to RAM mostly. But anyway, we can move on forward. So over here, we can come in here and do H2, and here we close our H2 tag. We have our H2 over here, and then we'll come in here and do what? Selected company. Actually, we need to open the brackets, selected company. And then we'll just do name, just like that. Should be name. Alright, attempted to read property name or null. Selected company is, it starts with a small s. Unless I'm doing something wrong here. Because upon selecting this, when I click on view company, it should put this, like let's say company, I go to index, and then you see this part where it tells me to click on the view company bit. Not even companies, it's actually on dashboard. So select company, and then once I select the company, it puts me on this point here, the current company ID. Yes, okay. Right, so that's essentially what I'm looking for. So current company ID. This is essentially what I'm looking for. So now if I save that, I'm sure it will bring me all these different things. Once it brings me all these different things, I can now come in here and inside my index, and I can come in here in my index, and then I come in here and do selected company name. But then now inside here, I'll do selected company name, and then if there's nothing, then I'll come in and say no company selected. And then over here on the footer, maybe the KRA pin or the email address, right? So I'll just come in and do selected company email. And now we're working. Okay, so tech trust foundation and all that stuff. So the block quote is generally working. I'll do a margin bottom of 2. Not for this part, but for the latter. Inside the H2, I'll do a class. And yo, my stuff is lagging crazy. I don't know why it's lagging. Don't know why it's lagging. Proceeds to close Photoshop, and then everything works. Okay, here we have a class of MB2, and well, it doesn't work. So maybe our card here needs to be something different. So we'll do maybe say card list. Let's try that one. My EPS is doing the most. Then I'll do selected company logo underscore URL, and then selected company name here. And we'll do the same thing from this point here till here. And then we'll do the email. Then of course now these I might not use for now, and nothing is loading. Wow, interesting. Very interesting indeed, because I'm sure if I go to public company logos, I'll be able to get this one for Tactus. So it should have saved it inside the, I'm sorry, what? I should have saved it inside the database as well. Unless I need to wrap this inside the asset. I don't know. Yeah, I needed to do that, and then I'll do with 150 px. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to work, so there needs to be a different way to go about this. We'll just do a card body. Then I'll just do a H2 with the company name. Then I'll do a P tag at the bottom with the company email. And then I'll do a class of text. Maybe say text force. You know, there's a way I can check out this color. Actually, let me just do text force on the H2 instead. With a font width of bold. Font width bold. Font width bold. And now once I've done that, I can now go to my SaaS. I have not created that text force, so I need to create it right now. And the color should be a gradient. Actually, I'm going to use a gradient like that. But this one, I'll use it here. But then what I'll do with this one here is I'll make it a bit lighter, so it looks like it's a true gradient. And nothing is changing here, so maybe I just need to use one color. 42464. Important. Yeah, the color's changed, so that's okay. Another thing I would have probably done is force BG, and then over here it would have been done text white. Something like that. And you can see here billing period, monthly, quarterly, all those different things. I will change that now to so over here for billing period, I will use the one that I have created inside my plans inside admin plans index. And I will use this one. Was it that one really? I don't know if it was that one really. Yeah, I think I'll just use this one then. Select the billing period. So if I come in here and do this one like that, and instead of plan type, I do selected billing period. Excellent. So now I can get rid of this one. Okay, it looks a lot better. Now we need a plan card, and the plan cards that we're using are over here. So like this. Instead of plan type, we'll change that to selected billing period. Selected billing period. Okay, now it looks synonymous to the plans page. Excellent. But now we need a button to select the plan. So what we had before was this button here, select plan. So now I'm just going to fast forward to where we were before, and then at the very bottom of this card, we're going to put in the button, the selected plan, select plan button. And then here we're going to do BTN dark, maybe. But now here, the way I'm looking at things, I'm looking at this if statement over here. So if I do this if statement over here and then reverse the roles, or rather reverse the so you can say BG white, and we'll replace, or rather we'll change these two, and then maybe drag this to upwards. Let's see it. Yeah, looks good. Looking very good. If I click on select this plan, now I need to change this page completely. I need to overhaul this thing. The subscription confirmation needs to have an overhaul, like a proper one. So this one is supposed to be checkout. So I'll just come in here and do this entire card exactly the way it is. So I'll do one card here. then come in here and do plan ID. Define variable selected billing period. How is it appearing before? Let's actually go back to the way it was before, and then we'll paste this card at the very bottom. Then we change a few things. So we have the plan, and then we have the get price for period, and then we have the billing period coming in. Okay. So here in this one, get rid of that, get rid of the end if, get rid of the end if here, get rid of everything here. And then we have the font weight 300, that's a client name. Then we have billing period. Then features, we have the select plan. Now we can take all of this, cut it, remove the column MD8 in its entirety, paste this here. Let's see what happens. We have that here. Now, thing about this is, if we do our, instead of MD4, we do an MD8, we do column 12. Actually, instead of even column MD8, we just do a column 8 once. No, column 8, yeah, column MD8 is fine. And then column 12. Then the way I'd want to split this card is, I have the pricing over here centered, aligned and centered. So everything till this point, we split everything into two columns. So dot row, dot column MD6, dot column 12, and then I'll do it at times 2. So the first one, I'll put it there. The second one, I'll take everything inside this MB3. And this MB3 will be MB0. Okay, so we have that in place. Now we have our column MD8, column 12. We can now do another card over here. So column MD4, dot column, maybe say column 12. Okay, let's just do column 12, why not? And then now the next thing is our card depicting the total value. And then the checkout button. Then we have our card body at the very bottom. And now inside here, our card header, border is 0, BG transparent. Now we have our card body. Let's see what happens. So we have our checkout summary over here, and we have the total amounts coming together. And then we have the checkout button at the very bottom. Let's do a H1 being now that we can get the total amount. Planned company billing period. Then we have our so we use currency, and then we'll come in here and do plan get price for billing period. And then the billing period here is billing period, like that. Should be ready. And then I can just do class text end. And given that now I want to bold in it, I'll just come in here and do FW extra bold. Is it extra bold or it's just bold? Is there black? Is there 700? Doesn't work. There's nothing here that works. And then style, then we'll just do font weight, and then I'll do maybe a now 900. Yeah, it's better. I'll get rid of this. Yeah, a lot better. This one should be about a 0. We'll check out summary, and then we have our total amount being plated down here. So we'll just come in here and just do total, and then this one should be text start, so I'll just leave it blank. In fact, I'll even do a deflex. Then width 100. If I do that, then instead of text end, I can just do margin and auto. Oh no, margin start auto. Then we're good. So we have our total over here. I can even do it in a H4, in fact. Yeah, much better. So here in this card body, what I would probably do here, I'll do a HR, and before this HR, now I can actually list the items that we're purchasing. So in order to list that, that'll be ul.list unstyled, and then we'll come in here to li. Just do an li. This li will now have the name of the plan, which will be now the professional plan. So come in here and say plan name. Paste it inside here. Then say professional plan. Plan name, then plan. Actually, in fact, this one here is now the div that will take everything. And then I'll put this deflex inside the plan like that. And then this one here, outside here, gets out. Then I'll do a span class text and then I'll come in here and put the plan price. And I'll say for billing period. All right, I'll move on forward. I think I'll wrap this inside that, and maybe I'll come in here and wrap this inside the H5 as well, or H6. Yeah, H5. H5 seems better. And then at this point here, this text end part is where, like, I could even just do this. I could even wrap this inside a div. Say I do this inside a div again, and then I put this here, and then the next one here, I put it inside a div. And I paste it inside here, text end, and I'll do a H2 or H3 actually, and then I put in the currency function, and the currency function, and I come and take in this part over here. Actually, I come and copy this entire thing. And yeah, I have that ready. So now the only thing I just probably need to do here is class deflex. If I do deflex, that means that this one, instead of to extend, I'll do I'll do this one as class, and then I'll do margin start auto, like that. And yeah, I think now we're good to go. So over here where we have checkout summary, I could even do text center, and I'll do FW bold, like that. And maybe, just maybe, instead of doing a BG transparent and border 0, I could just do force BG, like that. Or BG force primary. Yeah, that's better. A lot better, actually. And then at the end of this H1 is where now I will probably put a BTN. Yeah, I'll probably put the same button as this one that is here. I don't want to use this. Let's see what happens. And find variable key. The key I want to use here. Oof. And we have this button over here for initiate pay stack. So that's the one we're going to use. Initiate pay stack. Boom. Now the only thing is this button needs to pop downwards. There we go. I could also do something else, like create another layout that uses the guest properties. Like let's say, for example, if I come in here, layouts app, okay, I'll or guest. Yeah, let's just use this one, layouts app. I copy everything, create another file over here, say neutral neutral.blade.php. Paste everything there, but the only thing is that I get rid of the sidebar navigation. I get rid of this entire aside, actually, the entire navigation menu part over here. That, and then I use that as my I'll just go to company, no, not company, but user, subscriptions, checkout. So I use that as my checkout theme. So I'll just come in here and say layouts, and then I'll come and say layouts neutral. Save that. Boom, we have that. And now I would probably even come in here and take the entire app wrapper and move it margin down. So margin Y or 5, like that, and it moves down all of it. But even so, like inside neutral, this one is, it's very interesting how this is actually going to go ahead and work. Because instead of container fluid, I'd put container here, right? And then now that's when I would come in and now do maybe say margin bottom, so style. Then I'll do margin maybe margin auto at this point. So margin auto, right? Or margin bottom. Let's say 20px. Let's see if that works. None of these things work. None of these things are working. It's at the very top, and I don't know how to go about maybe doing a viewport height of like the maximum height. So like say style height is 100 VH. Right, and then the app main, I'll do maybe say my auto. And they ask me how to center a div. You lot keep on messing about. You lot keep on messing about. We're here on app content. Actually, yeah. My auto. And then the button over here for the checkout. Then when I check out initiate pay stack, I send including the callback URL which verifies, and that one goes to the HTTP controller, subscription controller, where it handles the callback or verifies the payment, right? Once it verifies the payment, it redirects me back to the index with the payment verification failed message, or it will tell me that the subscription has been activated successfully. So in this process, I would probably put an alert that comes and shows up over here, right? And if that is the whole situation, for me to actually go to this page, where it says user subscriptions index, it should actually take me now back to the company section, right? So if I come in here and click on checkout, unable to initialize payment, unauthorized IP address is not allowed to make this call. So I need to go to Paystack, login. Six digits. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we open up our test account. Right, this is good. Very good. So like you can see, when we look at our test account, we have to go to settings and enable our IP address. And for me to get my IP address, actually I'm going to drag this away at this point. What's my IP? Okay, so now once I've added my IP address, this is what happens. I'll do a success, payment successful, redirects us back using the callback, and then boom. Now I want to be able to like block this out, right? When I click on select plan, like let's say I select this plan for Tech Trust Foundation. I've already subscribed, so why is it taking me back to the whole situation, right? So if I click on this, select plan, okay, so that's the point, that's the whole point. So if I come back here to selecting the plan, if this selected company, please select a company before proceeding, yeah, and all that stuff. Oh yeah, now if this company, so this selected company, ideally I shouldn't even be able to access this this page for the subscriptions. I shouldn't be able to access this page for the subscriptions if the company that I have selected there's so many things I can do here. So I can put a button over here that allows me to go back and select. I shouldn't be able to select this because it should be actually saying that the company's subscription is active. So if this selected company has active subscription, which is a function. Actually, in fact, I could put it as an attribute, has active subscription. Then we can throw an exception, and the message here will be that this company has an active subscription. Right, and now we can wrap this inside a try catch, right? So try catch, and then we push this here, and then we come in here and say this emit, or this dispatch. You can here and say done, and then we'll come in here and do error, and we'll start by saying something went wrong. And then we'll do a th row gap message and close that. So here we're throwing exceptions over here. Over here we'll throw another exception as well. So we'll come in and throw, then we'll say please select a company before proceeding. Ideally, I'd wish that we redirect if the selected company is the one that is, it's already been subscribed. But like, let's say if I reload this, now we go to this area. Okay. But so far, if I come in here and overview over here, this is a place where we go and subscribe afresh. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change that inside my routes. And inside my routes, I'm going to come in here. We have our subscriptions index over here, which is fine. And it looks a lot better. It looks a lot better than it was before I started the stream. A lot better. So that is essentially what my plan is. I hope the subscriptions mode is going to be working quite well. As you can see, if I come in here and select checkout, it shouldn't be allowing me to check out, honestly. So at that point, that's wrong, right? That's already wrong. It shouldn't be allowing me to add a plan. Well, it will add a plan to the currently existing one, right? So all these buttons over here, all of these, if I click on select plan, it should refuse me to actually and this attribute I've not created actually. So as active subscription should be either a function, let's say has underscore active and underscore subscription, and then we're going to go to our page for the company. So app models company, and then we have our has active subscription. So public function get has active subscription attribute, and then this has to be capital and right. Then we'll just do for each these subscriptions as subscription, and for here we'll come in here and say if subscription is active, return true. Return subscription active, return subscription active. Now in our subscriptions model, we have to have that ready. This active get is active attribute, get active attribute, or is no in our subscriptions. In our subscriptions table, we have the active status. Yeah, we do. And so we have the status part. So we'll come and do and say is active. So if the subscription is active, okay, meaning that it's actually like within the time, the starting time and the ending time, it's actually playing in within, then we will go ahead and do that. So we'll come in here and go to our company, sorry, not company, but subscription model. And we have the is active attribute over here. So return this status is active. active and this, yeah, like that. Mm, thing about this is I didn't want these enums to actually play a role inside our application like this, because the idea is status should only be determined by whether or not, like, let's say you suspended somebody's subscription for a certain amount of time, meaning that when this should be attached to a subscription table. All right, then we also have our this part over here, cancelled. Cancelled means that the end date is like at that particular point it's been ended. So if we cancel a subscription, we bring the end date closer to, yeah, that stuff. Then there's the expired bit. Expired means that the initial end date has been set up. So I'll probably put even another table or another column over here for cancelled on or cancelled, and it's at date 10. Then we have the pending. Then we have the failed. Pending is somebody has initiated, like maybe say a subscription and they've failed to pay, but then you see now with Paystack you can never leave a transaction pending, so that's another thing that's there. So it's either the transaction has failed or it's actually there. So I might even just ignore that column. Making this thing as robust as possible is a real problem at this point. But let's say that now we have it like this. So if I click on this, shouldn't even allow me to do all that. Shouldn't be allowing me to go to this page. So what I'll do is whenever we create middleware, we have to also create a reverse. Like you see, we have the check admin permission, redirective authenticated admin, check company permission, redirective authenticated, all of that stuff. Check company permission, check admin permission. So authenticate admin, authenticated employee. So these ones are there as well. So now we need to also check subscription and then redirective subscribed. So we need to come in here and just do PA make, actually not here. Here is the Vite. So PA make middleware. Redirect if subscribed, and this is for the company bit. And now if we do check subscription, this one actually checks if yeah, like that. So now, given that we have authenticate admin, which checks the admin, if the admin is not logged in, then you take them to the login page. Otherwise, go to the next request. So now the same way, if the admin is actually logged in, take them to the dashboard. Great. So if we have our check subscription over here, if you're not subscribed, then go to the place where you're supposed to subscribe. But now if you are subscribed, so I'll just come in here and take this here. If you are subscribed and your subscription is active, okay, then not even subscription status active, subscription is active. And this has active subscription attribute, whereas we use the let's just use is active. so that we can not have to. Yeah, like that. So okay, I've done something weird here. So I'll just come in here and say if subscription is active. Yeah, I did something weird there. And we open the brackets. Then we'll say return true, and then at the end of this for each loop return false. Okay, so we're good there, and then we have this part over here. So subscription is active. There's a function. Actually, let's leave it like this for now. And then we'll say return redirect. Now we'll talk of the company that is in question in this situation here. Go to company dashboard. Okay, let's actually try this out. Bringing in the app models. That's okay. So let's actually try this out. Let's go to our routes, web, and then we'll go to companies, the subscriptions, which is inside the user routes, subscriptions. Then we have here, then we have checkout verify, and this one here is the one I want. So I'll just go in here and do middleware, and then the middleware here will be called, I haven't even registered the middleware. So in order for me to register the middleware, I have to go to Bootstrap app. Then I'll come in and say, so this is guest company. So required to be a guest, so redirect if authenticated, no, if subscribed. Okay, now we save this inside our web.php. We'll say here it needs to be guest.company. Right. So if I come in here, try to subscriptions overview, it takes me back to the company. What am I missing here? In fact, I think all these parts over here for the subscriptions will need the middleware for guest company. So like say if we select a particular company, yeah, makes sense. All right, and now if okay, I think I know what to do. I'll go close all. Let's go to my middleware. Let's go to our middleware. Over here, redirect if subscribed. And then over here, instead of redirecting to the company dashboard, we'll go to the user dashboard. And then I'll come in here, I'll say with warning. And then say yeah, that will work. And then given that that is the case, now we can use our layouts. I don't know where we will get our layouts. Can actually use our layouts in tandem with one another. So I'll come in here inside my guest.blade.php. I'll collect my not guest but even auth login. I'll come in here and collect this validation errors page, which usually takes, if errors any, all that stuff. Yeah, actually yes. And then if I come into my app, I'll come and put it inside this main app over here. I'll do validation errors. And then I'll say add I don't know, this add error. I don't know if that can work there. With errors, excellent. And then I can put in my message here. Choose another company without an active subscription. Something of the sort. It all makes sense now. So they're all playing a redirection game. But now what if I want to do what? If I want to, what is this thing called again? It's called a what? It's called a keep on forgetting the name. Proration, yes. What if somebody wants to subscribe to a different plan with that same company, and then I need to do a proration. I need to do a proration with that one. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do with this. A separate page where the proration and the changing of the plan can work. All right, so the way it is right now, it's all right. I think that one can be ready. I'll do a proration much later. So far, so good. We have our system working almost very well. I don't want the employee's dashboard to be, the user's dashboard to be so plain like this. What can I do? What can we do? What else can we add over here? It's a bit of a shocker, but so far so good. We are on track to releasing this app. The only thing now is now that subscriptions is working very well, the only thing that we're left with is, let's say we view this company, we have our various areas over here, like say for example our current subscription. Okay, our current subscription page is here. We have our settings page, of which I need to get rid of because we don't have company settings for general or mail or whatnot. Employment types is something that we also need to exercise. Administrators, departments, designations, list of responsibilities, employees, all that stuff. Then we have attendances. And now attendances is a feature that will be only enabled if we have the attendance features there. We have extra leaves, extra hours, so overtime clocking. And now that's going to be the features that we're going to be having here. So in order for us to work through all those features, I'm just going to note them down here in this. So the features here are the user management, employee management, then we move on to the next one, which is management of departments. So which means management of departments and designations, which is fine. That one will come with all the levels of the application. So user management, we can have only up to we can have more than one user. We have attendances, we have extra hours. So attendance management, extra hours, so that's overtime management. And then we also have leave requests. So this is employees portal. Then we have leave requests, systemic leave requests, leave management So leave management is all together, the leaves and leave requests. We have holidays. So leave management. Employee self-service portal. And we have holiday. All right, and then we have salary adjustments over here, fines, bonuses, salary advances, and welfare contributions. So these ones will stay there as permanent modules. So then you have loan management, and we also have. I also want to enable another one called help management, but that one is all dependent on whatever it is that these guys want to do. Then we also have payroll. So we'll do either direct disbursements and we can do that. So we can see inside we have overview, we have payments. All right, so those are the features that we're going to be creating inside this application. So in order for me to actually enable those as features, I'm going to come in here and enable them here. And then from here, actually, then we'll do select end, shift end, do this, and boom, we have our features. Ladies and gentlemen, we're good to go. So now it's 1 p.m. and I am going to call off the stream. So far, this is how far we have gotten into the application. We're going to call it an app. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys in the next one. Next update will be in episode 6, where we'll be dealing with now the main features of the HRM. Guys, this is going to be so fantastic. I'm telling you, this app is going to be something else on another level, completely on another level. Compared to what I had before, what I had prior, which is over here. This is going to, whatever I'm going to put over here is going to be on a different playing field. So stay tuned for sure. I will see you guys in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this 1 hour, 30-minute stream. It's been Steve Nyanumba with Nyanumba Codes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please do indeed take care. As always, may God bless.